Indigenous students who leave their communities to attend post-secondary programs often report feelings of isolation on campus. Many universities across Canada have established centres for Indigenous students where they can take part in traditional ceremonies, study, and feel part of the Indigenous community on campus. At the University of Victoria, the First Peoples House is more than a place for Indigenous students to gather and share their cultures. It is a model building that meets the highest standards for green design.
Hello, Tunga Sugi. Welcome to the First Peoples House, which is located on the territory of the Lekwungen and Husainich peoples. My name is Devin Aupoluk, and I'm here to take you on a tour of the First Peoples House. I'm a third-year student at UVic studying political science and history. I'm Inuit, my father's from Coral Harbour, Nunavut, and I'm from Montreal, Quebec. The First Peoples House is located right in the heart of the UVic campus. It is the social, cultural, and academic center for First Nations, Inuit, and Métis students. The First Peoples House builds a sense of community and is a home away from home for Indigenous students attending the University of Victoria. Let's go take a look inside. The two posts on either side of the entrance were carved by Charles Eliot Tomosenthut, and the Great Red Cedar doors were created by Rick Harry. And behind these great doors is the Ceremonial Hall. Here, activities such as cultural events, Indigenous recognition ceremonies, conferences, and gatherings take place that are sponsored by UVic departments and faculties. Here is the Elders Lounge, where you can visit and seek guidance from Indigenous elders. This is done through the Elders Voices program. This is the shared lunchroom, where you can grab a bite to eat with staff and fellow students. Here is the Native Student Union office. Here you can inquire about how to be involved in Indigenous events and initiatives. The main office for the NSU is in the Student Union Building, or the Sub. This is the meeting room that's used for staff and faculty meetings, along with community nurse visits and student tutoring. The Indigenous Academic and Community Engagement Office is located halfway down the hall. And it's here that you can speak with and meet with staff who can advise you on their many services and programs. Programs and services available in the First Peoples House are coordinated by Indigenous staff from this office. They are here to help you access co-op placements and job postings, find out about Indigenous bursaries and scholarships, and apply to be a part of Lunonget. Here is classroom 160, and beside it is Seminar Room 162, where meetings and classes are held. This is the Indigenous Students' Computer and Reading Room. Here you can study and use computers. This is the Indigenous Students' Lounge, another quiet place for studying, reading, and decompressing. The First Peoples House was built 10 years ago to the highest standards of green building design. For example, it has gold level certification for leadership in energy and environment design, or LEED. It is recognized for its innovative, sustainable, and community design, reflecting modern and traditional values of the Coast, Strait, and Interior Salish peoples. The house was designed by Indigenous architect Alfred Waugh.
This building here, the design of it integrates ideas of cultural sensitivity, respecting the Salish people, the coastal Salish, and also ideas of sustainability. The elders on this project said, okay, well, this building represents youth going into the 21st century. This building itself is a modern building, it's not used like the traditional longhouse, It has classrooms, it has a ceremonial hall, it has offices, an elder's room. It is inspired from the Coast Salish Longhouse, which was a post and beam structure clad in cedar planks. Addresses the climate. We have a planted roof over here, which is homage to the interior Salish people. We've created this pond. This pond will hold water in all year round, but there's an overflow to another pond. We collect all the water from the roof and it drains into the pond. This building is an important building for the Aboriginal students and staff on the campus because it represents a home away from home, and it also helps keep the retention of students in university.
The First Peoples House is also landscaped with native vegetation and trees, such as Gary oaks, Douglas firs, grasses, and berries. The building itself resembles a longhouse, with the exterior planks adding to the traditional style. The First Peoples House also features Indigenous art on the outside and throughout the interior. While the First Peoples House may not be open to the public due to social distancing and COVID-19 protocols, we are still here for you. We have transitioned to online programs and services, and will continue to provide a sense of continuity and community for Indigenous students. Tavavutit.